Hello, everyone. Yes, it is Father's Day today. So, again, happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Which, since we are in the book of Ezekiel, and it talks about all these visions, I thought, why don't I give the ones that I had, yes, the ones I feel important to share. And I have one today. If I remember to share it, yes, at the end of the reading, I will. But we are in the book of Ezekiel 12. It's a wonderful warm day today. Yes, yeah. Uh, I think I'm going to do a little weeding out there today. I also saw an interesting video on how to sprout beans and stuff. I want to try that again. It's not as easy as it sounds. I don't know. Either I'm doing something wrong all the time, but I found a good video, and it's a bit. It sounds good. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know if it works. Anyway, I love bean sprouts of all kinds, and I did actually one time. I sprouted some fennel seeds, and that was really good. Oh, they were very flavorful. Anyway, okay. So let's get going here in the book of Ezekiel 12. The mime of the exile. The mime. A mime is a mute, like theater, right? Expression without sound. So, the mime of the exile. Huh. That's an odd. Let's find out why they called it that. The word of Yahweh was addressed to me as follows: Son of man, you are living among a tribe of rebels who have eyes and never see, they have ears and never hear, because they are a tribe of rebels. I find it interesting. I mean, we all know what the word rebels is meant here. So was Rosa Parks a rebel, for example? Uh, the women's civil rights movements as well. Were they rebels? That people who decided that slavery was absolutely not acceptable should have never been. I don't even get it. Why? I have no idea how slavery even came into being at all. I mean, is that like a historical and in the past? I don't know how many thousands of years ago that that was something that lower intelligent beings, the humanoids, that maybe the Neanderthals already started that, right? Where that lower mentality of knowing what's right and wrong and what you do and don't do to each other. Where did that start? That slavery, to enslave someone, is okay. Yes? It's not even, it shouldn't even, oh, it happened to my people. It happened to every country around the world had slaves at one point or another. Okay? In history, excuse me, even the Native Americans here had slaves. Okay, I gotta read up on the history of the Native Americans here. Okay, it isn't all it's just sunshine and roses and okay, just saying. Uh, so that we had slaves here for as young as this country is when it comes to in the the people that started to populate it, what, 250 years ago or more. uh, and at that time, some people here thought that it was okay to have slaves. Is mind-boggling to me. How is that even possible? That there were people at that time, just a short time back in history, in the past, That there were people that came to this country and thought that was okay to do that to other people. That's what we should look at. Not who was enslaved. That is actually possible. And the thing is that even though we have no slave, not slaves as they were held at that time, back then, there's still slaves here in this country. Yes, we just decided to peg a particular group that they were just slaves. There's still slavery going on in this country. It's just a different type of slavery. Right? Yes, you don't have to think too far. We all know where that's still happening. Right? To hold a child against its will, somebody kidnapping or doing atrocious things, isn't it? Murder, that's holding another human life as a slave. Worthless. You see? And in today's Africa, still slaves. Yeah, they are. Just saying. All around the world. Still going on. Yet, always just one thing comes up. Okay, why did I get into that? The rebels. So, again, in the way that is mentioned here, rebels, right? Well, so anytime someone says, well, I don't want to do this or that, and wants to make something better. Okay, or they want to make something better? Well, I don't know. But again, the word rebel strikes me a bit as wrong here, because they were rebels, right? Well, they're acting in the way that they're doing because they're rebels. No, they're acting in the way they are acting is just because they're bad people. They're not God's people. That's what it is. They're fallen people. Call them what they are, fallen people. Because the word rebel can also mean something different. It could mean to betterness of a situation. Yes? Okay. Oh my gosh, said all this on Father's Day. So, Son of Man, pack an exile's bundle and set off for exile by daylight while they watch. You will leave your home and go somewhere else while they watch. Then perhaps they will see that they are a tribe of rebels. How would they see that then? Why? I'm not getting... Okay. You will pack your baggage like an exile's bundle by daylight while they watch, and leave like an exile in the evening while they watch. Okay? While they watch, make a hole in a wall and go out through it. While they watch, you will shoulder your pack and go out into the dark. You will cover your face so that you cannot see the ground, since I have made you an omen for the house of Israel. Alright. No idea what that means. I did as I had been told. I packed my baggage like an exile's bundle by daylight, and in the evening I made a hole through the wall with my hands. Then I went out into the dark and shouldered my pack while they watched. Next morning the word of Yahweh was addressed to me as follows. Son of man, did not the house of Israel, did not that tribe of rebels ask you, what are you doing? Say, the Lord Yahweh says this prophecy concerns Jerusalem and the whole house of Israel who live there. Say, I am an omen for you. As I have done, so will be done to them. They will be deported into exile. Alright, so the next morning, that means he's already gone. You know what? I'm not even going to try and figure this out. I mean, I don't have the energy today. I wonder how many different interpretations there are of this one. I mean, you can make it into whatever you want. I am an omen for you. An omen is not necessarily a good thing. Oh, well, there's good omens and bad omens, I guess. I always feel the word omen now. Yeah, okay, so I'm doing the same thing as with the rebel. Okay, all right. Point taken. Their prince will shoulder his pack in the dark and go out through the wall. A hole will be made to let him out. He will cover his face so that he cannot see the country. I shall throw my net over him and catch him in my mesh. I shall take him to Babylon, to the land of the Chaldeans, though he will not see it. And there he will die. And all those in attendance on him, his army, and all his troops, I shall scatter to all the winds, and unsheath the sword behind them. Then they will know that I am Yahweh, when I scatter them throughout the nations and disperse them in foreign countries. But I shall let a few of them escape the sword, famine, and plague. Of the 25? Are we back to talking about everyone? To describe all their loathsome practices to the peoples among whom they will go, so that these too may know that I am Yahweh. The word of Yahweh was addressed to me as follows: Son of man, you are to tremble as you eat your food, and shudder apprehensively as you drink your water. And you are to say to the people of the country, the Lord Yahweh says this to the inhabitants of Jerusalem: they will shudder apprehensively as they eat their food and drink their water in fear, so that the country and its population may be freed from the violence of its inhabitants. We read the same thing twice. I did actually not repeat myself. It is in here twice, right out one after another. When the populous cities have been destroyed and the country has been reduced to desert, then you will know that I am Yahweh. A good way to make a point, I guess. It's just God does not make his points that way. Popular proverbs. The word of Yahweh was addressed to me as follows: Son of man, what do you understand by the saying pronounced over the land of Israel? Days go by and visions fade. Very well, tell them, the Lord Yahweh says this: I shall put an end to this saying. It will never be used in Israel again. Instead, tell them... Okay, there must have been some dispute over that one, so this had to be put in. So I think, okay, we can't use that one anymore. People are getting smarter. All right, just say. If you guys just got this, okay. If not, well... The days are coming when every vision will come true. For there... days haven't come yet. I told you. Alright, so have they come? Did they come? Did it happen? The days are coming when every vision will come true. For there will be no more futile visions or deceptive prophecy in the house of Israel. Oh, it's interesting. So we read all this stuff ahead of time on how the Israelites were at war with everybody else constantly, and how things always crumbled, and now we're getting the visions. So now it's like, well, did it happen? Well, yeah, if this was written, if the vision is related to the earlier time of the Israelites, right? But we also got the time on supposedly when this was written down, but that doesn't mean that it didn't already was not already given earlier, right? Yes, verbally. And then who knows what's true, what's written down here, if it wasn't done right there and there at that time. Oh, wait a minute. There was the scribe with the... Right. Okay. Well, okay. We have that one too. Anyway. So, if it was written afterwards, well, it already had happened, then it wouldn't be that difficult to write down what already had happened. Okay. And then call it a vision. All right. Just saying. Since I, Yahweh, shall speak, and what I shall say will come true without delay. For what I shall say, I shall perform in your own lifetime, you tribe of rebels, declares the Lord Yahweh. Ooh, gosh. I'm in a hot flash. Oh. The word of Yahweh was addressed to me as follows: Son of man, the house of Israel is now saying the vision that this man sees concerns the distant future. He's prophesying for times far ahead. Very well, tell them, the Lord Yahweh says this: there will be no further delay in the fulfilling of any of my words. What I have said shall be done now, declares the Lord Yahweh. Alright, so here's another thing. That's the end of 12. So wait a minute, here's another thing though. So it says this is a vision. This is not a vision then. This is prophesying the future. That's not a vision to me. Okay? A vision to me is something completely different. A vision can be avoided. A vision can be given, can be had as a warning to do something different, or to know when the time comes on how to actually react properly. Deja vus. Anybody never had a deja vu? I have them every so often. Yes? And they are very short moments. If anybody has them, they're very short moments of recognition of, I've already seen this. I've already experienced this. It's often only a few seconds of recognition of a time, a matter, a word, or something, right? Yes? That one has already experienced, but now it's in reality. Yes? Whereas one will never remember where the deja vu happened before, right? Which could be considered a vision. And then it's also, oh, what was the point going forward from the moment that you recognize? Yes? The deja vu, I mean, the part that you recognize, I've already been through this already. I said something like this, or I heard like this, that already. The same circumstance I've already been through. Oftentimes, the experience beforehand is not good. Hence, when a deja vu happens, it's a warning. Do it different. Yes? One can control it. I'm just saying, if you're aware of that. Right? Sometimes one just lets the deja vu go by, yes? Because there isn't anything attached to it. It's just something to keep us, it's like practice, to keep us more aware of things like that. Yes? So, anyone has never ever had a deja vu? That'd be very surprising. Because every one of us is capable of visions. True visions. This is like prophesying the future, like Nostradamus did or whatever. I can't remember what the people call it. That's not a vision. It's not. Okay. So, but let me tell you a vision that I had of a father and two sons. There were consecutive visions for that. There is a son of true parents. This is my story, okay? I'm telling it and how I experienced it. How other people want to feel about it or disbelieve, but that's their thing. This is the offering of my family. Okay? There was a son of true parents. His name is Youngjanim. And I want to make a longer story short. He passed away. And for some reason, I couldn't get, and years after his passing, years and years after his passing, suddenly I felt a presence and a continued why are words eluding me so often these days? Remembrance of this young man. It would keep coming up again and again in all different areas, right? And I thought, wow, something's really going on. Eventually I paid attention more. I'm going, wow, something's really going on. And I felt a loneliness coming from this presence. As if excommunicated. As if unwanted. And I'm not saying that that's what really happened to that to this young man who is now in spirit world, but that's what I felt coming from his presence. And I went to my children. I said, "Hey, how would you feel if you had another brother?" They're like, "Oh." They gave me this look. I'm going, "No, no, 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 no. I'm not pregnant." I said, "How would you feel if you had a spirit brother? His name is Youngjanim, and he's one of True Parents' children." And they're like, "Oh, the more the merrier. Yeah. What's he look like?" So I showed them a picture. I said, "I really have the strong feeling that he needs to be in our family, that he needs to experience our family with all its ups and downs and I don't know what, right?" Yes? And they were so, every one of them was like, "Yeah, Mom, yeah, absolutely." There was, and don't think that my children just humored me, because my children know me. They didn't just humor me. They were really into wanting to, yeah, let's, yeah. And, okay, then I said, all right, and now I have to ask True Parents. And I did, through prayer. I was in a prayer condition at the time, and I asked True Parents, would you be willing to let Youngjanim from Spirit World become an adopted brother, and an adopted brother, adopted son? I didn't really want to say, an adopted brother in our family. And I was doing something, and this vision opened up, and I saw a True Father holding a tray, and True Mother standing behind him, or not quite behind him, a little bit off, but real close, so I could see both of them. Father was holding the tray, and on that tray was a garment and a box. And the garment, I guess the garments represented Youngjanim, and there was something in the box, and I don't know what is in it. I still to this day have no idea what's in it, okay? But there was a box, and he handed me the tray. No words were spoken. He handed me the tray. I accepted the tray, and that told me that they were okay, that they gave me permission to invite Youngjanim into our family as a brother, spiritual brother. So that went on for many years. My daughter, Youngjanim eventually got blessed. I think I'm not sure when he got blessed, but he got blessed to a girl. And who I think also is in Spirit World. Yeah. And I had both pictures of them, and I asked my youngest daughter to paint a picture of them together. Okay? Well, you gotta remember, is there a picture of them together anywhere? So she painted a picture of both of them together in a painting, and I have that hanging in my room. It's very beautiful. Anyway, so there's that. But here is the vision for Father's Day. I sat on our steps on the front porch. A lot of people around, a lot of noise going on, and I was just sitting there, just in absolute bliss over where I was, this and that, I don't know what. And suddenly a vision opened up, literally right in front of me, and there's sunshine everywhere, people laughing, talking, harmony, right? Just all harmony. This vision opens up and it's all dark. I can see clearly what is in it, but it's dark, like a cave. And I see Youngjanim standing in front of a cave wall in absolute desolation. And behind him, True Father had already passed away, and Youngjanim passed away way before his brother at age 18 in a car accident, was standing behind True Father. And they both had their hands stretched out like this, trying to reach their son and brother. But Youngjanim did not hear them, did not see, did not hear. Yes. And I'm sitting and I'm going, well, what am I supposed to do here? That's so sad. And I started talking. I said, what am I doing? I asked Spirit, what am I supposed to do? I said, talk. He can hear you. He can hear you. So I started talking to Youngjanim and said, you need to turn around. You're done with staring at the wall. You need to turn around. Because an embrace and love is waiting there for you. But you're the one who has to turn around. I talked, I don't know for how long I talked. Or how long this vision was open. And of course I wasn't talking out loud. I just sat there on the porch. But I kept on encouraging him. And I could suddenly feel movement in his body, in his spirit body. And he started to turn around. And then I got to see the most beautiful scene anyone could imagine. Where the two brothers, the father and the two brothers, all embraced each other and wept. Then the vision closed up. And I sat there and I thought, wow, that was amazing. That's a vision. That's a vision with a purpose. Yes? Father's Day, this came to my mind today. Must be a reason, right, for that. I don't know the reason, really. Could be that with this type of work, spirit work, this and that, there are these little rewards that just keep showing up. To remember, my heart feels really expanded right now to remember that embrace, that final embrace, and on what those three are doing in spirit world is most likely incredible together. So, just saying, right? Yes, it's a good thing that I tell these stories, these things, these experiences every so often again, and remember that gift